whether or not ornaments and elaborate colouring in males actually does give a bird an advantage, a male bird an advantage in terms of its success in terms of reproduction. It's often assumed that if you're a flashy male with a lot of colours and you've got more colour than the next male along, you're going to be more attractive to females. You will then mate more and more of your offspring will be the ones that survive. And that seems to be the logical thought. But there's been a piece of research that's been going on for 24 years in Spain with flied flycatchers, and they recently produced a paper, and it does rather seem counterintuitive. What they've found is that the more colourful birds, and this is a migrant species, the more colourful birds aren't the most successful ones, the males, in breeding success. Apparently, at the early parts of the breeding season, when the more colourful birds arrive back on the breeding grounds, there are disadvantages because of the social structures of the birds in the community when they arrive. And they're having to compete more. And in fact, it's the slightly less attractive males that are the ones that are more successful in terms of reproduction. This really does seem counterintuitive, because you'd wonder why some of the birds become more colourful anyway. But it is an interesting study. It has been going on for 24 years. The data is quite in-depth, a lot of nest box records, a lot of breeding records. So it's an interesting subject, and it'll be interesting to see whether more data comes out of this study and to try and understand what it actually means that some of the birds that are less colourful produce the most number of offspring. But it does work against what we've assumed with a lot of other birds, like birds of paradise and others, where we assume that the more colourful birds are the more successful.